We were just at the show and we heard some. It sounded like fireworks. It was just lots of popping, almost to the point where it was. I thought there was something wrong with the speaker system, and then the music stopped, and then more popping, and everybody hit the ground, and we didn't know where it was coming from, so we jumped under our seats because it was, it felt like it was right on top of us. And it was just constant. And then it would stop for a few seconds, and then people would start running and stampeding, and then start up again, and everybody would hit the ground again, and it felt like it kept going on like for minutes. So it was
It
pretty.
sounded like it was like a lot of people were just disbelief. Like at first it was there was fireworks, gunshots. Could you tell at the beginning? Or?
Well, I can't say I've ever heard gunshots before, so I didn't really know what it was. It felt like some firecrackers that somebody let off just outside, but it also felt like it was right on top of us. We were fairly close to the stage, off to the side where there was seating, so it was yeah. And then everybody just kind of started to panic, and you got a feeling that it was more than fireworks, and then it just kept going.
So what happened? What was your first reaction? What happened afterwards?
After we kind of figured out that we had to get out of there as fast as we could, we just kind of stayed low and ran. And my wife and I got split up, and she made it across the street to a hotel, and a person let her into their room, and then I met up with her shortly after, and then we went into lockdown for the next 4 or 5 hours.
And you guys were there for the concert specifically? We just kind of happened the weekend in Vegas, or
Yeah, we came down with some friends, and it was the concert was an anchor to the weekend. Something to do while we're here, and vacation away for a few nights. And Sunday night was the last night of it. We were there Friday and Saturday as well.
and Aaron had mentioned earlier that someone sort of stepped forward and offered to let you guys stay in the room for a little while.
Yeah, it was great. A woman from LA was at the show as well, and she grabbed Erin and led her to her room, and then I kind of found them shortly after. But it was pretty chaotic, the whole scene. So
And how close would you say the actual Mandalay Bay, which sounds like the situation where the actual person was positioned, how close were you guys when you were at the concert? It was very close to where you guys were seated.
yeah, so our back was to the Mandalay Bay, looking at the stage, and I'd say it's a fairly large boulevard, Las Vegas Boulevard, and we were probably, I don't know, I'd say 50 feet from the road, and then it's 6 lanes over to the Mandalay, and then up the tower. So it was fairly close, and we just couldn't tell. We didn't know where it was coming from. But it felt like it was on top of us, and it was constant. So.
And what did you think when you actually heard? I mean, it was throughout the morning. It's just been started off with unsure what's happening, chaos is constant, and all of a sudden things started to escalate. When you first heard word that it was actually someone deliberately shooting at a crowd beer, just kind of what were your thoughts about that?
Well, it's kind of doomsday-ish, and you start getting pretty scared about your family and that type of thing. So we're pretty rattled still.
And the rest of your friends, I guess you're reconnecting with them, and how are they?
Yep, they got out as well, and they're back in the hotel as well. So everybody was very helpful and kind of directing everything, but it was just no, they didn't even know if there's more shooters, or so people are ushering you into buildings and you have no idea what you're going into either. So
And how would you describe with the police? I mean, there's a pretty huge crowd. So I think they're saying 20, 30,000 people at this concert. Was much of a police presence at the time?
it didn't feel like there was at the show, but by the time we got by the time I got out of the crowd and crossed the street, it was hundreds and hundreds of cars. It was just packed of police cars. So I mean, it gave you a little bit of you know comfort that there was such a presence, but I've never seen anything like that. So it was pretty frightening.
And how would you describe the crowd? It seemed like it was, the end of the concert. It was sort of like the Sunday, the end of the weekend, and everyone seemed to be, people from all over the world, really, the people that we've been hearing from this morning. Just sounds like everyone who's kind of as you said, a reason to go to Vegas and eager the partners to go there. It sounds like the crowd is just from, pretty well looking forward to it, and it was people from all over the world. Is that sort of your take on that too? Or?
Oh, absolutely. We met people just in our row of seats from Australia and California and Florida. It was a central festival. I mean, it was a 3-day event that I think a lot of people, took advantage of. And yeah, it was nuts. I don't even know what to say about it.
I guess just one other question. I think like some of the images that we've seen even from Marin's Facebook page about some of these normally extremely busy casinos that are just ghost towns, empty. Pretty eerie seeing that kind of thing. I bet this morning.
It was very eerie. It was scary. Just to even walk. We were scared to kind of go down to the lobby after staying in this woman's room for the better part of the night. We walked down through the lobby and there's police escorting you through, and it's to see everything just shut down like that when it's always so busy it was scary.
So what are your plans for now? Do you go back to the Wynn? I think you already mentioned you kind of just settling in for a bit and just getting some rest and gathering your thoughts.
Yeah, we're trying to take it all in and kind of let our emotions calm down a little bit. We're still pretty rattled, as I said, so we're supposed to fly out at noon Vegas time, so hopefully all the flights are getting out by then so we can get home to see our family.